Every job has its own set of jargon, and real estate is no different. But knowing the terminology can be crucially important when you're making an investment as big as buying a home. Here are 5 terms to know when you're getting ready to buy or sell a home. DTI, or debt to income ratio. This one is a mortgage lending term more than a real estate one. It's used by lenders in the process of qualifying and approving loans. It's figured using your total monthly debt expenses, like credit cards, car payments, student loans, and so on, plus your monthly house payment, divided by your gross monthly income. The result is a number that the lender uses to determine what they believe you can afford. So from a lender's perspective, lower is better, because it means you'll have enough money each month to pay your mortgage. Contingency. A contingency is a provision in a contract that makes the deal dependent on a certain thing happening or not happening. If a contingency isn't satisfied, the deal is off without consequence to the buyer. Contingencies are a normal part of every real estate transaction. Here's an example. Most offers include a financing contingency. This contingency says that if the buyer can't get a loan, they aren't bound by the contract. That might seem obvious since most people can't buy a house without a loan, but the contingency also means the buyer gets their earnest money back. Without the contingency, a buyer who couldn't get a loan wouldn't be able to buy a house, but they'd also lose their earnest money too. In a competitive market like ours, minimizing contingencies is a good way to make your offer more attractive to sellers since it limits the chance you'll pull out of a deal. But minimizing contingencies does increase the risk for the buyer, so only remove the contingencies if you're willing to take on that risk. CC&Rs. CC&R stands for Covenant, Conditions, and Restrictions. These are generally rules placed on a property by a homeowners association, a neighborhood association, or a builder that sets limitations or requirements on what a homeowner is allowed to do with their property. These could include things like how many units in a condo can be used as a rental, or what color you're allowed to paint the outside of your house without pre-approval. Sometimes there are monthly fees associated for community-maintained items. Before you buy a house in a neighborhood, you should review the CC&R so you know what's expected and if those requirements are something you're ready to live with. Lien. A lien is an interest in a property that does not include possession, but gives the lien holder the right to foreclose if the debt isn't paid. So the holder can't move in with you, but if you don't pay what is owed, you can't be forced to move out and sell your home to pay the debt. Sounds ominous, but it's a normal part of home ownership. The mortgage you pay every month is a lien held by the bank. If you hire a contractor to work on your house, they'll place a lien on the house until they've been paid. Liens can also be the result of court orders, taxes, special assessments, or home equity line of credit. So when you buy or sell a house, all the liens have to be settled before the deal can close, which leads us to closing. Closing is a term used when the sale is final. All the contingencies have been met or waived, all the parties involved have signed all the documentation required, all the money has changed hands, and importantly, the sale has been submitted and recorded with the county. That last step, recording the sale, is one many people forget. There you have it. 5 terms to know when you're buying or selling a house. If you have questions about these terms or any other aspect of buying or selling a home, send me an email. I'd love to help. Stay safe and thanks for watching.